when I broke my finger, it was sideways. And he said, are you scared? Well, good. You should be. You know what's scared? Sneaking into Iraqi National Guard's tents in the middle of the night.
Pull it out just like Angel Reese. Congrats to her for passing career rebounds over career points. Hey, good job, Angel Reese. Oh, how about it? Gentlemen? Hey.
Oh, man.
What's up? Joey really hung on to all that.
He did.
No
breath.
How's it going?
Oh, like a car.
I'm surprised he didn't pass out there.
I agree. Welcome to the Juice Boys Show, guys. Three Brothers-in-Law, the only sports podcast in the entire world run by three brothers-in-law. We've checked, kind of, sort of, and that is the deal. We're sticking to it.
Kind of, sort of is all
Too
the more
stupid
we
to
can
stop
deliver.
after episode 90, guys. That is a round number, a big number.
Hell yeah.
If you would have thought we'd be here after 90,
neither did we.
Neither, yeah, we didn't either. So welcome, guys. I am the third turd Cody. I'm drinking a little chicken cock tonight. Ooh. Joe, what you drink? Got a little Dickel? Dickel and cock?
My friend, I am doing fantastic today. By the time this comes out, I will officially be on summer break. So my last day is tomorrow. And so, you know, if I'm a little hungover on the last day with no kids, it's okay.
Yes, it is.
As teachers and admin know, and the kids aren't there, you don't. It doesn't matter.
Don't let them know the
You're not
secrets.
really working
Don't
that
you
hard,
let
no,
Get your job done and go home. You know, get your job done and go home. So I stopped by the liquor store and I got myself a bottle of Dickel. Oh, I haven't had it in a while. I'm ready for the summer. Beautiful George Dickel. Give him a kiss on the bottle.
I got some cock on the tongue. Joe's got some Dickel on the mouth. Chris, what do you?
boys.
Oh, I'm sorry, beer chaser, guys. What do you
I'm
got,
washing
Joe?
it down with some. I'm keep trying to go back to local for the summer and just support Colorado. Going back, I drink enough Voodoo Rangers, so I'm switching it up to Odell. My boy rhymes with Ike. I left this at your house, and you text me twice on how much you love this beer. Drum roll.
Nice, good for you.
It is phenomenal. And you
Nice of you to share.
I left it at your house for a reason. That's like one of those things you do when you go to somebody's house and they're having a party. You know, I'm not trying to bring it home with me. So he's like, "You left it." I was like, "Yeah, I left it there for you."
I don't know if you've ever left anything but empty bottles in my house.
Yeah, because you're not a guest. I'm not a guest in your home. You're my family. I'm gonna empty you out and just go home. You know?
And then eventually I'll empty you out, and then Chris empties me out, and it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just pass it around.
Oh, gosh.
There's no
Pass it.
graciousness when I come to your house. I'm just I'm here. My feet stink. I'm taking your bed. Here we go.
All right, guys. Whenever you're listening, however you're listening, we thank you so much. Shows up every Friday. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
how is Chris
all
doing?
the fun piece of sports content. I was getting to that. I was getting my read in between. Chris is dry as a bone. What are we even talking about with him?
No, but how are you, Chris?
I'm
are
here.
you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm hurt.
So glad we stopped everything to ask how Chris
offended.
was doing. Gosh dang. Guys, we have an announcement. The Juice Boys are back going weekly. Took a little summer break, as you may or may not have noticed.
An extended spring break. Yeah.
There's a spring break.
Spring break into, a lot of things going on, family going on, people traveling. We hadn't taken a break in 2 years, if you can actually believe that. Yeah.
That is
No,
nuts.
what did we have, 85 in a row or something? And then
We went hard. Took a little bit of break.
A month off. Yeah.
Yep. So I know everyone's been wondering and listening and demanding and sending in, letters.
And texting Joey only, apparently.
Exactly.
right?
But we are back. We're going to figure it out in the summer. Might go a little shorter episodes, talk about the biggest things in sports, but we missed the Juice Junkies. Want to get back into it. So be sure to tell a friend. If you haven't listened in a while, get back on it. More coming on
Please.
the Instagram channel. So
Get back
Instagram, all the stuff. So guys, let's jump into it. We got a docket. We got squeeze of the week. More on Mountain.
Okay.
We got a big top. And maybe a stat of the day. We'll find out. You guys stay tuned. Okay, let's jump right into it. Aaron Rodgers has finally, for the love of God, signed with a team. He dragged the Steelers through the mud. He was waiting till after OTAs, apparently. Aaron Rodgers signs. Do we care? Should it matter? And are the Steelers now a contender with a 40-year-old Achilles strung in the cold, freezing cold? Aaron Rodgers, is he the guy for you? Is he what you want?
This entire situation is the most Aaron Rodgers thing that Aaron Rodgers has ever Aaron Rodgers'd.
It has to be, doesn't it?
Just I'm still working on a decision. I'm still trying to he's just trying to like leak that he's talking to multiple teams just to try and leverage himself into a better position, get a bigger payday, all of that. Meanwhile, like the Vikings keep coming out being like, we're not talking to Aaron Rodgers. Like, we've got our guy. Like, I don't know why his camps keep saying we're having conversations. We're not.
It's not happening.
Like, he was already a sideshow for the Steelers before he was a Steeler. Welcome to the Aaron Rodgers ride, Mike Tomlin, you fool.
I can't believe it. And it just seems like the audacity of this man just continues to overwhelm me. You know, it's just like every single time he says and does something, it's just like, how does a man have the balls and the confidence and the ego to say and do the things that he does? So he just comes out on there, like shows up to first day of minicamp with a wedding ring on, and was like, "Oh, what's up? Oh yeah, I got married." So now that's going to be a whole nother storyline. Go fuck yourself. You know, but
hey, he found love. Come on,
I don't give a shit. Yeah. Oh, what was Olivia Munn, Shailene Woodley? They're looking at like, oh yeah, he's a good guy. His entire family. Danica Patrick. His entire family. Yeah, he's a good guy.
No one that has previously loved him still speaks to him. But I'm sure
ouch. Oh boys. Oh, we're coming on firing after a week off. Oh,
so now he comes out and early this summer doing his bullshit McAfees and whatever the fuck else he does, just sitting out being a dumbass and just talking and saying, well, there's a team that is on Chicago's schedule this year. And it's just like, oh, dude, shut up. And then he finally signs with them. And I'm going to go on it right now. The same way I did 2 years ago. The same thing I did last year. The Pittsburgh Steelers will not make the playoffs. Wow. All right. And I'm going to make even a bolder take right now. This will be Mike Tomlin's first losing season of his entire career.
Wow.
He's never had one.
Spicy.
Put in the book.
This will be it. I'm writing it down right now.
He managed a winning season with Kenny Pickett.
Yes, I know. And Aaron Rodgers did worse than Zach Wilson. All right. So Aaron Rodgers all of last year went 5-12. Zach Wilson went 6-11. All right. So there you go. So, I mean, he's not good anymore. I hate him with like all of my being. And like, when he's going to go out there and he's 41. He had a mediocre season last year. He's not Tom Brady. And he's probably going to get hurt. And then we got, who? Mason Rudolph? Is he still on?
He's back, man.
Didn't they re-sign him?
Yeah,
let's go, Mason.
No, I think he left for a while and then he's back. Yeah,
he did. He's back now.
It's going to be the Mason Rudolph show by the end of the season, and I'm calling it right now.
Let's quickly hit on Stephon Diggs snorting. Oh, having what? Pink powder on the table.
Whatever the hell that was.
Little ass in his face during OTAs, by the way.
Yeah.
The new Patriot way, Joe.
That's right.
Is quite different. Would you like to comment on your star receiver? And
I'm sure Joey has no thoughts on this.
Now, would you say the new Patriot way is different, or the new Patriot way is getting back to what needs to be the Patriot way? All right, Stephon Diggs has not even played a game yet.
Okay.
He's on Cardi B's boat. All this disgusting video. I'm not even going to say it because it's just bad. Pulls out these weird pink gel tablet things, whatever the hell that was. Mike Vrabel just comes out and was just like, no. We are not going to allow this. This is not going to happen. He hasn't played a game yet, and they're like, we'll cut you. We do not care who the hell you are. You are like, we do not need sideshows. And this is exactly what I said when they signed him. We don't need Stephon.
Wait, when did you say this? What are you talking about?
We don't need Stephon Diggs. He's a cancer. Stephon Diggs is a cancer. And I said
we have had this podcast for 2 years now. You could have said that. You didn't.
You have never said those words.
I'll go back and listen to all of them and find it. All right. Yes, I did. Stephon Diggs is a cancer. I'm not excited about it. The same thing I said about Drake May. If he's good, I'll love him. If he's not, I told you. All right. So
okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Stephon Diggs really gonna.
Mike Vrabel setting a culture.
Very, very hot take. Joey is willing to love really good players from the team that he loves.
That's right.
U.S. Open, guys, is this week.
Oh Jesus.
Oh gosh,
it's insane.
It's Oakmont. How long is the rough?
4 inches.
My God,
right? Is
terrifying.
it 4 inches?
It's going to be like past dude's ankles.
Collectively longer than our 3 golf clubs. You know?
Teen hairs.
Or
maybe not Big Bertha.
Maybe not Big Bertha. Guys, Scotty probably the favorite. DeChambeau reigning champion from last year.
Yeah,
It'd be a fun thing.
deservedly so.
Yeah, I would. And I give Bryson a lot of credit. We keep saying this, but he's doing well with the kids.
Honestly, I think
big
he's
YouTube
probably
channel.
the number one contender to not renew with Liv and wind up back on the PGA Tour.
Good.
And
Let's
start
take
that
him.
process.
I'm willing to take him back. I am willing to take him
I'm sure
back,
he's going to
you know?
sleep so well tonight.
He should. He should, knowing that. But he pissed me off so much, but he has been trying a lot to get back in good graces, and it has worked a little bit, but I
doing
still
well.
hate him because of the Saudi simp blood money. But if he comes back, I could see myself kind of rooting for him.
Okay.
Kind of.
Is Scotty going to just, I mean, Scotty's on a historic tiger-like
I mean,
tear
this
here.
is like
He is.
it feels so boring to say it, but like Oakmont is so ideally set up for Scotty. Like he hits
Yeah.
it dead center down the fairway, and
Yep.
he's got strong enough hands to at least give himself a shot when he needs to scramble. Like it is definitely Scotty's to lose, like even apart from the heater that he's been on this season. But fellas, did you see that Oakmont went out and got custom lawnmowers with extra big tires so that they could mow the grass? They could let the grass grow so long that it fell over and then mow it so that it was still standing up, but extra long. They'd have custom
So they're
mowers
like-
built just so that they could make sure that the grass, because they wanted it to be long rough, but they didn't want it to
it's
fall
insane.
over. So they mowed it so that it's at like the tallest it
What
can
type
be
of
while
grass
still
is
standing
this?
up. I don't know,
Is
green.
this like some GMO'd grass, some Kentucky hyper bluegrass? You know, it's just like, I don't know how. I was trying to explain it to my wife, and I
They
was
put a
saying, you
bunch
could
of
be
ground up
standing
Viagra into the ground, so it's
That's right.
extra stiff.
straight up.
And that's
trying to
from
explain-
an expert.
Yes.
Thanks, Chris, for Viagra for grass.
I was
Grass
explaining to my
Viagra.
wife, saying you could put
That'll be our next
both your
advertiser.
put both your feet on the edge of the fairway, right, and then hold your hand out and drop your ball, and you will not be able to find it. Like it goes fairway to 4-inch rough immediately. So it's just like there is no like middle fairway. You got to just hit it down the pipe every single time. And Rory played his practice round, shot an 81, and said
boy.
he played well. He said he played
Rory does
well.
not have it right now. He's currently trying to find a new driver after his driver head was ruled to be outside the bounds of the rules and
Yeah.
has not found a new driver head yet. Was going out and playing practice rounds with something like 10 or 12 different driver heads.
He's got that,
And so-
that torpedo driver. That torpedo driver just right where you need it, and then
There's just
gone.
no way you can have a brand new driver that you decide on 10 minutes before you take the first tee box and step up and have the level of confidence that you need in order to win in conditions like this.
I was going to say Scotty plus 275. Then it jumps to DeChambeau plus 750. And then Johnny Rami
Unbelievable.
Tsunami plus 1200.
dude,
Oh, no
Rory
way.
plus
Rami,
14.
He's a
Tsunami has
broken
been
man.
absent.
No,
He has
Rami
been-
played well in the last one.
Live. Who gives?
No. In the last,
No.
whatever the heck it was. What was the last one? The Open, the PGA Championship. He played well.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he was
didn't-
top 2, and then I think he shit the bed because of that
Yeah,
fourth day.
yeah, that's exactly
Tired,
it.
goes-
Turns
Yeah, he
out
doesn't
when
play on- he
you
doesn't- he
get
doesn't
used to
play.
playing for 3 days at a time and then
Yeah.
you have to play a fourth, like tangibly seems to
hard.
have made a difference.
yeah.
It's hard. It's hard, dude.
Todd.
It is hard. Oh, we are so excited for that. Should we make our picks real quick? Who do you guys want to take? You can't take Scotty.
You know what? Then just to piss you off, I'm going to take your dude that you can never pronounce. I'm going to take Xander Schauffele. Xander Schauffele
Why
plus
I can't ever pronounce it?
22.
Look at
No, say
you.
Schauffele.
Yeah, it's like Tom Brokaw. Yeah.
Yeah, Xander
like something in your throat.
Schauffele. I'm taking him. I love Xander. He's coming off an injury. This is like he's my boy, an American winning the U.S.
He's your
Open.
boy. What are you talking about? You just said he was my boy, and then you picked
is a
him
boy,
and
but
claimed
I
he's
love
your
him.
boy.
Well, I love Colin Morikawa too, but I just feel Xander. I feel it. I feel it in my loins.
You feel Xander. Okay.
Oh.
Feels like Zenful. Zen?
Ooh.
Chris, who you taking?
Fellas, I'm just looking through these top picks, and there's some surprising names here. Tommy Fleetwood at
Yeah.
plus 4,000. Dude has never won on the PGA Tour, but they're like, he's going to get it done right now.
Yeah, this is where he steps it up.
You know who? I'm going to go with a surprising flyer. I'm going to go Shane Lowry. Dude's been playing great of recent. put together like a spectacular round and a half over this past weekend. He's kind of riding high, riding hot, and he's been in the winner's circle before. I don't think he has any majors, though. I think he'd be a dope dude to see win.
Lowry's won before. I think it was an Open, but yeah, Lowry's definitely won before.
I'm taking Oberg. I'm taking Chris's guy. I don't know how Chris didn't take him.
Oh, dude, I would love to see Oberg finally win, and you took him.
And I was the one who took him.
Hey, I've already got money down on Oberg. I'm just trying to keep it spicy.
Oh, I see. Guys, U.S. Open, we are so excited for this week. Let's keep it moving. We got the NHL Finals, NBA Finals, fights going on, low ratings, two small market teams in the NBA. Take your pick. What's your favorite storyline in either of the finals going on right now?
You just said so much. I mean, you just said so much between the low viewership for like
a lot of words came out.
Oh God,
really
it was
fast.
just setting a all-time thing we should be paying attention to. But I'm going to hit hockey first. Okay. I'm going to talk about hockey from Mangrove Joe. All right. We're seeing a rarity in sports, right, where you have a rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals. We're seeing it again. Of the Oilers and Panthers, these teams hate each other. You know, they went to 7 last year. Connor McDavid won the Conn Smythe on the losing team. Do you remember that? That happened last year. That happened last year on the losing team. So these teams are as equally matched can be. So now it just comes down to who is nasty, who is the biggest prick of these two teams, right? And so the first game, Connor McDavid comes out, plays probably one of the better playoff games he ever has in his life, sends a dime to Leon Draisaitl, just storybook ending for the Oilers to win in overtime. Then game 2, the new rat to join the team of rats, the Florida Panthers, whose mascot, the unofficial mascot, is the rat. They get Brad Marchand to come in. That pesky little asshole from Boston comes into Florida, scores the game winner in game 2 in double overtime. These teams are so freaking tight. So tight. Game 3, they're in Florida. Florida kicks the living shit out of them. All right. Kachuk comes out and is just checking everywhere. Marchand doing his typical cheap shots. They go up 6-1, and then the end of the game, just absolute mayhem. 5-on-5 fights. Every single man punching teeth. Just incredible. This is shaping up to be one of the best, like last year, one of the best Stanley Cup Finals we've ever seen. Only really hockey people care about it because it's Florida. And as much as we want to make it seem like it's important, as great as this team is, could you imagine if this roster was in Minnesota, or if this roster was in even Denver, or the big hockey like towns? Oh, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, somewhere where people actually give a shit.
Detroit. If this team was in Detroit, oh my God, the hockey world would be going insane. Or Toronto, but no, it's in Florida, and unfortunately for them, 3 cups in a row. And because they're in a small market, no one gives a shit. But watch this Stanley Cup. It is phenomenal hockey. Phenomenal hockey.
Dude, Joey, did you see there was a total of 140 penalty minutes in game 3?
Hell yes, I did.
140 penalty minutes. 4th highest in Stanley Cup history. Unbelievable. I mean, just beating the shit out of one another relentlessly.
It's going to go 7 again. It's going to go 7 again. So like you think 2 years in a row, these two teams play each other 14 times at the end of the season. There is some bad blood, and it's coming out. And I love the playoffs for that reason, because when it's a blowout, who gives a shit? Who cares? There's 140 penalty minutes. Just go out there and beat the shit out of each other. Just get ready for the next game, and I love it.
No one want to comment on the NBA / no one watching it?
Still going. Yeah, it's going.
I feel bad for the two teams, two great small market teams, but the NBA has fucked them because they have shoved the Lakers, the Knicks, the Celtics down everyone's throats, no matter what, Warriors, for the last 5 years. The old ass Warriors. So as a basketball fan, it's if you're a real Heat and Nuggets had the
They had nothing. Nuggets.
I
Nobody
mean,
gives a
Nuggets
shit
had
about
that
the
same
Nuggets.
issue until they took home a
couldn't-
ring, and even then, it was barely a blip.
The same thing with Milwaukee. Milwaukee
Same
Bucks
thing.
won. No one gives a shit about Milwaukee. You
No.
know, it's just yeah.
And the NBA,
I hate it.
Adam Silver came out and said the NBA or the NFL would love if two small market teams. He said, because the NFL promotes
then
the
he said-
best
then he said
teams.
Pittsburgh and Green Bay, two of the most
They are-
diehard fan bases
That's
in the NFL.
Arguably the two greatest franchises.
People would really,
ever.
really care if the Steelers and the Green Bay Packers faced off in the Super Bowl. Yes, you are
Yes,
right.
they
Adam.
would.
Good job.
Absolutely, they would.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
And ESPN talks about the best teams in the NFL, no matter where it is. ESPN for the NBA is saying it's the Lakers. I don't care how bad they are. We are going to continue to talk about them over and over.
Think about what was it, 14, when the Patriots beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC Championship game. Remember how popular Saxonville was? Blake Bortles was a known name. So
right.
it's not location, it's the product.
Yeah.
It's the product.
And it's how you talk about it. If you talked about the Thunder.
It's how you talk about it. It's coverage. Because Tyrese Halliburton is putting up a playoffs that we should be talking about.
Yes.
And Pascal Siakam is a player that should be known. He is a phenomenal basketball player. You know, he just does anything you want. Now, if they win this year, this will be his second championship. He won with Kawhi in Toronto.
the Raptors.
This dude's a good player. You know, Miles Turner's been on the Pacers for what? 10 years, and no one's ever known who this dude is. You know, and he's a really good player.
And
you know,
both of those programs developed the roster. They didn't go get a super team. Super team is dead.
when you trade Domantas Sabonis, who's probably the third best big man in basketball, for Tyrese Halliburton, that's a pretty big. That's a big trade, and I think arguably it worked out well for both teams.
Yeah,
you know, but Tyrese Halliburton has just taken over this Indiana team, and they're good, and I really want them to win. I hate to say it, but I think this is going to be. I hate Shea. I hate his game, and I hate it. I hate watching the Thunder, and I think we're hopefully about to see a next 5-6 years of Nuggets Thunder just knock down,
Going at each
drag
other.
out the hatred rivalry. I mean, we're only 500 miles apart from each other, so let's just let's get a new
Blip on the
rivalry.
radar.
Let's go. I hate the Thunder.
I think it's the lowest game win rating since before Larry and Magic literally saved the. That's not good.
That's so bad.
And it's only the NBA to blame. Because they're the ones who feed ESPN what they should focus on. And ESPN
anytime you've got your commissioner on national television begging people to give a shit, things aren't great. Things are not
maybe
great.
it took a wrong turn at the Lakers missing the playoffs or being in the play-in game, and we are just locked on them. Locked. Oh, guys, one more thing. NCAA, put your attorney hat on, please, if you can find it. Got it?
Mine is misspelled.
Okay. Guys, the courts, the courts, they have ruled that
Do they still exist? Is this still?
I guess at least one court exists. I don't know what court it was. They signed off that the schools can directly pay the players on their college football program. Every team in the Power 5 will get about $20 million, pretty much like a cap from revenue share, TV deals, all that mumbo jumbo, and they can use it to pay the players.
Mumbo jumbo.
So each of these big schools are going to be capped at, say, 25 mil.
Yeah.
So Alabama can give 25 mil, LSU can give 25 mil, CSU can give 25 mil.
Technically,
Who
yes.
enforces that?
Technically, yes. Okay.
Yes, I think
Like-
Chris has a great point, Bruin. Yeah.
Like
Go ahead.
this just brings back the tried and true proud tradition in the NCAA of, okay, cool. Now it's back to passing bags under the table because we're sure as shit not going to uncheck the box of unmitigated payments to our athletes. Like,
Or NIL will still
sorry, too bad.
exist, right? So it's like, I make $5 million from this, and the car dealership's going to a booster car dealership's going to give me another $2 million.
So what's not saying the CSU just gets, that woman who's the Walton family heir that lives in Fort Collins. It's like, hey, here's $25 million for Caleb Williams. because Alabama can't give all 25 million to you. They can give you 800,000 because they have to give it out to the rest of their players.
But then it's a cap. So you give Caleb Williams 25 million, and then you got nothing left.
So what's stopping CSU from doing that? Like this is crazy.
There's nothing.
So, but then
that's exactly it. It's one of those where, like, if you're going to say this is the hard cap,
based on the NCAA is dead now. Yeah, the NCAA is
enforcing that. What teeth does the NCAA have anymore? Like, okay, guys, everybody be super duper honest and make sure you only give out this money. Everybody pinky promise? Okay, cool. I'm glad because I have no enforcement arm anymore.
Zero.
If it's not going through them, then how do they know what's getting dealt out?
Yep.
I mean, that's
it's
this
ridiculous.
doesn't make any sense.
The only positive, though, I think that we will all like is now because they are employees of the school, there are contracts. So I would sign with CSU for a 3-year deal for this much money.
Oh,
so now you actually get a little bit more of a program building. Yeah.
So like you can sign a 4-star recruit out of high school for a 4-year deal.
But you could also build in buyouts, and players will not leave. They're not going to pay unless a school pays for the buyout. But then that hits the cap.
Oh, hey, the Toyota dealership down the road said that if I want to come here, it's worth a $1.5 million deal. I think I can cover the $400,000 buyout.
But then that goes towards the cap. So then that'll be interesting if the cap is how that works.
Not if it's NIL.
This is where it gets even crazier.
Yeah.
So
this is Caleb Williams brought to you by Big Mike Naughton Ford. This is like
hell yeah. By the strong arms, Frank Azar.
Caleb Williams brought to you by the strong arm. Yeah,
strong arm.
That could work. Also, everything I have read is this is going to help the football programs. It pretty much is really going to hurt women's sports. It's going to really hurt Olympic sports because it's the rich are going to get richer. Lot in small programs who don't have the money.
Yeah,
I don't know how much it helps.
You like almost have to break off football and basketball and let them become their own independent thing away from the NCAA and let the NCAA come back and start doing its thing for sports that aren't generating revenue.
Yeah, and March Madness is kind of sort of dead because any Cinderella's done the next year because they're all going to go to the North Carolinas and the Dukes. So it's all flash in the pan situations.
We are getting into a very weird time in sports.
Yes, we've been in one.
Where I know, but it's getting to the point now where it's like money's become something that is just an all-time
limitless.
I don't know.
All of a sudden.
It is. All of a sudden. The drugs and enhancement these people can take is at an all-time high. You know, like have you guys heard of the enhanced games?
Yes.
Yes, you have heard of this. Cody, have you heard of the
where are you going?
Have you seen that photo of that swimmer? Dude is like
I did see that. Yeah.
So this is a proposed thing and it got approval.
Is that proposed? I thought it's like
it's approved, but we'll see if it happens. It's supposed to happen May 2026 and of course no other than Las Vegas. And
of course,
the enhanced games is
either there or Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a competition. This is from the website. The first annual competition in which athletes will be allowed, if not outright encouraged, to use PEDs like steroids, testosterone, and growth hormone. To use PEDs like steroids, testosterone, and growth hormone that are typically legal to possess but banned in sports. Organizers say they hope to remove the stigma of using these substances and promote safer ways to push the limits of human performance.
Oh, what a PR move.
All right.
I'm sure it's all just the goodness of your heart. You see all the roided out bros and you're like, they sure are stigmatized. Huh?
Yeah.
They should have a place to live.
Depending on
gym bros.
Make a wish for 24-hour fitness. Here we go, boys. Let's do this. Yeah. Oh my God. Gold's Gym All Stars.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
Against Planet Fitness douches.
Yeah. So the Olympics is said if you compete in this, you'll never be allowed to compete in the Olympics again because that obviously shows that you have done.
You're very open about it.
Yeah, very open about it. But the people they've shown pictures
enhanced
of
games. Oh my God.
Like, I mean, like, could we see like a 20-second lap? You know, just back and forth in a pool. You know,
I mean, tell me you wouldn't watch it.
And of course I'll watch it.
Yeah,
I want to see an 8-second 100-yard dash. You know, I want to see a 200-meter discus throw. You know, just sending it out like into the stands. You know, but it'd be hilarious.
How far do we draw the line at enhanced? Like, can I have both of my feet sewn together into one giant flipper so I can swim like a dolphin?
That's enhanced.
That's enhancement.
That is enhanced. That is
very
enhanced.
narrow enhancement.
How did this get off of our attorney? Did you take your attorney hat off? We were talking legal mumbo jumbo.
It's still on. Yeah.
Oh, it's still on.
This is incredible. Yeah. This is incredible.
It's still on.
Where are we drawing the line? How much are we going to pay college kids? How much you
you said mumbo jumbo like 3 times this episode.
Joey, hell of a connection. I mean, very loose, but you strung it with a single lace. Guys, we'll keep following the NCAA and the enhancement games. Let's take a quick
competing in the enhanced games.
Take a quick music break. Guys, welcome back to episode 9 of the Juice Boys Show 90. I can't believe it. Over 2 years of just mediocrity and fun with my two special brother-in-law. Guys, during the long music break, because that's how radio works, we were looking at why would anyone do this enhanced game? What's the point of it? Why would you watch it? And we found pretty legitimate answer. We may be entering. Chris, what did you find?
Cold hard cash.
Yeah.
Cold hard cash. Why does anybody do anything at all?
To the tune of
Boys,
something.
if in the enhanced games you beat an established world record, that's $1 million in your pocket. I say
$1 million.
I say we start juicing now.
We have a whole
year.
The Juice Boys enter
One of the three of us have to be able to beat a world record at something. Like fastest.
So much
shuttlecock.
Together. Yes.
Fastest shuttlecock. Okay.
I feel like Joey could do that now with Big Bertha.
Whip the shit.
Joey could do it, yeah.
But like a juiced up Juice Boy Joe.
I break Big Bertha.
Oh, guys, jump
can't
into
do that.
Squeeze of the Week. Moron Mountain claim to shame. We've had a few weeks off, so the takes are piling up. We got Chris and JoJo Potato clocking in. Chris, you want to go? You want to
Fellas, mine's quick. Let's have some fun. Contrary to what Joey was saying earlier, clearly he's wrong. Aaron Rodgers has been humbled by his time spent languishing in New Jersey, and he will proudly lead the Steelers to their first 10-win season in recent memory. And as people start talking about whether Mike Tomlin finally has the ingredients to make a deep run, the Steelers will still get bounced in the first round.
Okay.
So you took
10 wins.
Joey's take in itty bitty.
I already had that down. I actually kind of liked that Joey had his own independent thoughts on that. But
so he's calling
Mike
10
Tomlin's
and
going to
7.
finally turn that corner, get a 10-win season, and then still get sent home. Still be in Cancun in no time. But an extra win. Congrats, Mike.
So I'll go a step farther. You're saying 10 and 7. I'll say 7 and 10. There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying Rodgers is going to play just well enough to play one more season to drag this whole thing on?
No,
Probably.
he's just going to just.
Dude, he's going to play one more season, whether he goes 1-16. He is fully convinced of his own greatness.
It's not his fault.
It's never his fault.
It's never his fault.
That's spicy.
Absolutely not.
That's spicy.
I hate it, but we'll see. Now we have. I'm marking this shit down too. We got 2 stars on today's book. The first losing season for Mike Tomlin and Rodgers' 10-win season. So we'll see who's right. I know I will be.
Okay. You said that with such conviction too.
Yeah.
Like in the same breath.
Am I wrong about Rodgers? Am I wrong about the Jets? I said this shit since day one.
No, it's because you just don't bring it back up when you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Why would you?
Yeah.
You know, why would you? Yeah.
Okay. Joey, can you give me some on your end? A little spicy?
Okay. So mine's just, I'm angry.
Really?
You always are.
Really?
Yeah. I'm angry.
Curmudgeon.
All right. I'm spicy and I'm angry. And I've never been, the biggest NBA fan in my life, but when I was an NBA fan, it was because the dudes were tough. They played defense.
Okay.
They fouled with actual fouls, not what SGA calls a foul.
True.
So my squeeze this week is the NBA players need to sack up. All right, like this
like
is
ball
just,
sack or
just
ball
all of it.
sack
They
'em up.
need to grow a pair and learn to get constructive criticism and learn how to be coached and coached hard. What is happening right now in the NBA is appalling. We are seeing coaches who win championships and are fired within 2 years of the next of winning a championship because they say they lost the team. Like they say that they're coaching them too hard, that they yell at them too much. And the latest example of this was Tom Thibodeau getting fired from the New York Knicks after they had the best season they've had in
seriously
30 years. 30
That's nuts.
years. They're like, this is the best season they had. They made it to game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And why did he get fired? Because he got into a heated tirade with one of their quote unquote star players, Josh Hart, and made him feel like shit and put him down. Oh my God. All right. Did they not grow up with two-a-days? Did they not grow up with a coach yelling in their face? I had an Iraqi war veteran as my D-line coach. When I broke my finger, it was sideways. And he said, "Are you scared?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "Are you scared?" I was like, no. He said, "Well, good. You shouldn't be scared." You know, scared? Sneaking into Iraqi National Guard's tents in the middle of the night. Like,
telling a teenager, your life isn't hard. I had it hard.
That is
Joey's
scary.
9.
Yeah, I was like, that is scary. All right, I'll get back in there. Just take my finger back on, pop the
Real
back.
major
in, get
pain
back in
vibes
there.
going on.
All right. And
Wow.
so when you have Tom Thibodeau saying this is what I want you to do, and no, Michael Malone gets fired because he was pushing them too hard in practice. I mean, it's just like this is absurd.
You get paid millions of dollars.
You are getting paid $50-60 million a year, some of these players. $50 to $60 million a year to play a child's sport. All right. And you are saying that my coach
2 to 3 days a week.
Coach pushed me too hard. Tom Thibodeau is a phenomenal coach. And now I'm hearing the Knicks are looking to hire Michael Malone. What the hell is going on? So it's like you're just going to hire one coach for the other coach. The NBA is lost. It's gone. And it all comes down. We've talked about it several times. It comes down to the players and it comes down to leadership. And I don't know who's it going to be that one who said, I want to be coached hard. I want to be
no win rings. I'll tell you. No win rings.
I want to be coached hard. I want to be yelled at. Steve Kerr is a good coach. He's not going to coach you hard. He's not going to yell at you. And we've seen that, and it's just like who is going to be that dude, that asshole, that Red Auerbach, that Pat Riley, Daly,
Greg Popovich in a way, even
Greg Popovich, he's out. He's gone.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
On his own terms, though. That's different.
You know what I'm saying? He's out.
Tighten that screw up. Yeah.
But it's just like, who's going to be that next guy? I don't see it. Maybe is Eric Spoelstra that with the Heat culture, and that's what pushed away Jimmy Butler? I don't know. But I'm so upset with what is happening with the NBA right now, and I think it comes back to the players, and it comes down to just a bullshit culture. It needs to be changed.
Tom Thibodeau was run out of Chicago. He had the Derrick Rose team that kept going to the Eastern Conference Final, the semis. That team was incredible.
Because he's a dick? Who cares?
And he got ran out because
he's a good coach.
And he grinds his players.
Coach.
He plays his best players more minutes. He expects more of them, and then he gets runs like, oh, they wore.
I'm tired.
Yeah, he wore his players out in the playoffs. It's like,
oh my God! Did you see Andy Roddick's take saying that tennis players are the top athletes in the world? And he was saying because of Carlos Alcaraz, and I don't know his first name, but he's Italian named Sinner, and they played Yannick Sinner. Thank you. And
nice.
They played 5 hours and 45 minutes of tennis in the French Open final. I don't watch tennis. I watched the highlights, and it looked phenomenal. But he was on there saying 5 hours and 45 minutes, and basketball players can't give you 40. They can't give you 40. All right, so it's just like imagine Jamal Murray out there for 5 hours and 45 minutes. No, my God. I mean, like that's just absurd. Can you imagine Michael Jordan? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Yes,
Michael
I
Jordan
actually,
will die
actually
out
could
there
do that.
before he loses. He would die. I
Oh,
could see
man.
Charles Barkley out there, just like I will not. I'll keep going. I don't care. I'm going to keep going. That's why I love Chuck, because he played against all the greatest and just kept on freaking fighting. And it's just like
I like
this. What is it going to take? Because we're wasting Jokic. We're wasting his years on a dog shit NBA era. And let's see. Come on, grow up, NBA players. Let's
I don't know
go.
if I could disagree with anything there. I think we're a very anti-NBA show at this point, so I don't know if we can.
But I
we
love the
talk a
sport.
lot of shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
sport,
We're so hungry for a good NBA, they've just ruined it. Joey, and people
hate
like
Aaron Rodgers.
people like Chris or JoJo want to submit their squeeze of the week, which is our spiciest takes, our claim to shame, where you eat crow on a bad take in the past, or
Eat it.
Moron Mountain, the biggest
right. That's
stupid moments in sports. We call it out. Just like Angel Reese, congrats to her for passing career rebounds over career points. Hey, good job, Angel Reese. Oh, how about that?
We can't keep putting her on it every week. I mean, it's just one after another.
Joey, how do they do so? How do they submit?
Listeners, friends, junkies, you could submit
General
your most-
junkies?
I don't care. All junkies. Submit your most outlandish sports take. Moron Mountain. I mean, if you have an Angel Reese, then go ahead. I think we've touched that. But claim to shame
I wouldn't touch that.
or overall bitch session by emailing us at juiceboyshow@gmail.com or send us a DM at Instagram at juiceboyshow. And if it has the pulp, we'll read it on the show. Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy.
3 weeks until Metallica, brother.
Awesome. I am not going. You didn't
know,
give me
I-
tickets.
I know,
Thank
I
you for
didn't-
rubbing it in my head.
Nice, Joe. Sick.
I didn't get my own ticket, but I'm going. Chris, who's sponsoring today's show?
Not Metallica.
No, I know, but for me.
Today's episode of the Juice Boys Show is brought to you by the questionable half-frozen beer you found in the very, very back of your fridge.
Oh, God, it's the worst beer.
Fellas, summer is upon us, and that means long nights spent on the patio drinking by a fire with your buddies. But what do you do when the drinks have all been drank? You're not ready to let the party die? That's where I come in. I'm the questionable half-frozen beer you found in the very, very back of your fridge. And sure, I'm dented worse than your 2002 Honda Civic after a hailstorm, and bearing a brand logo you haven't seen in a decade, but your decision-making is impaired and your thirst cannot be quenched by anything but my delicious, perfectly aged goodness. Yes, crack me open and enjoy, because the consequences of your actions are a problem for future you. And to hell with that guy anyway. The questionable, half-frozen beer you found in the very, very back of your fridge. Because only the best of decisions are made when you're drunk and desperate.
What do you think that flavor is? What is your back of the beer fridge? Like
Regret.
what is it?
Regret.
I think
Regret mixed
mine's-
with ice.
Mine's got to be a Bud Light Lime or something. It's probably been in there since 2013.
You know what it is?
It's
Joe,
just-
That's
what it
great.
is-
If it's been in there since 2013, that means you moved that beer.
Oh, several times, and and it stayed in. You just unplug the beer fridge and just move whatever's in it. Put it on the dolly, and then there you go. That beer is.
Throw a toe strap on it so it doesn't open up, and otherwise
that's
you're good
right.
to go.
Put it right in the back of old Phil. Now Gary. I name my trucks. And then
you know what it is? It's a Bud Light Lime, but you got to drink it in the winter because you don't. That's the only time that
It says
Bud Light
Bud Light
Lime
Lime, like freezing cold temperatures.
Bud Light Lime is only allowed on Lake Powell. And then if you're not,
but you're
on Lake
right. But if
Powell
you're
and like,
desperate-
why are you?
So wait a minute, that
drinking-
means you're going to pack it back up and drive to Lake Powell just so you can drink this goddamn beer?
Yeah, and then sit in my fridge for 13 years. So it's just,
Yeah, but you're not
going
gonna
to
get
that. The beer earned that.
you're not going to get desperate until it's January 3rd and you want another beer and you're like, shit, Bud Light Lime
and
it
you're
is,
like
boys.
blizzarded
I have been
in
very
for
desperate.
several days.
I've drinking a non-alcoholic beer before I've drinking that. So I have some of those in my fridge too.
Oh my gosh, what? Oh, we digress so much. I love it. Guys, here we go. Big topic of the day. Your worst or most hated sports personalities in the history of sports television, which is the Roman Coliseum is you cannot pick Stephen A. Smith. You cannot pick Skip Bayless because of obvious reasons.
Because we hate them so much.
Yeah. And that would be everyone's pick. I even asked AI like this afternoon. The first two were guess who? Stephen A.
Bayless. That was it.
So you cannot pick them. Get creative. Who do you guys like the least in the sports personality business? Oh,
I'm
Joey,
putting up my
you
finger.
seem very.
I'm putting up my finger
what do you
right
got,
now,
buddy?
saying that I have a hate.
Oh,
I have a hatred burning so deep in me, and it makes me so happy. I had to beat you to it because he's a Kansas City asshole. All right, and I hate him so much that it makes my blood boil. Nick.
Oh, baby, love Nick Wright. We love Nick Wright.
Right. I hate.
He's a homeless guy in a suit.
I hate Nick Wright so much. He looks like Kylo Ren with a Farrah Fawcett hairdo. He is so stupid, and every time he talks, it's how did you get to your job? Now let's go back. I have plenty. I got a list of the shit that I hate about Nick Wright, but it started in the 2021 NBA season when Jokic won the MVP, when he was adamant that Chris Paul should have won the MVP and that Jokic was just a system player, and just saying that you can put him on anywhere, it doesn't matter. And Chris Paul rose the Suns to a level that they will be perennial contenders.
He rose the Suns. Was that the correct grammatical? He rose
the Suns arose did.
He made the Suns rise. All right. He made the Suns rise. All right. So obviously, no, that was Jokic's first. He should have won 5.
Yeah.
Bad. All right. What is Nick Wright now saying? Jokic is one of the top 5 players in NBA history. Thank you, Nick Wright. That does not go well. All right. Now, more recent things. Caleb Williams is the greatest prospect that the NFL has ever seen. Caleb Williams will win a Super Bowl in his first season.
Let's bold.
How'd that go? How'd that
very
go,
bold.
Nick Wright? How'd that go?
Just missed it.
Are you sure that wasn't like a hot take segment where it was like you're trying to go?
Kevin Durant will make the Golden State Warriors worse.
Ooh,
How'd that go? How'd that go, Nick Wright? LeBron James is the undisputed GOAT over
He's been on
Michael
that one.
Jordan.
Yeah, he's been on that one.
How is that, Nick Wright, you piece of shit? All right. And the one that really kills me.
It's like an escalation.
The one that really kills me, because he's a big NBA guy. Jokic, Giannis, and SGA will never and can never be the face of the league because they're not American. I hate you so much, Nick Wright, and you're a Chiefs fan who said the Chiefs will win 5 in a row. Go fuck yourself. I hate you, Nick Wright, my number 1 pick. Go to hell.
That was extremely thorough.
That was thorough. Chris, can you?
Very well. I mean, mine's all just vibes. I don't.
Chris, do you have enough hatred in your loins to keep?
I do have enough hatred for this fella. Not enough to have like spent half my day researching specific reasons why I hate this guy.
A lot of time.
Fellas, fuck Chris Collinsworth.
I used to be on that train. Yes,
just a dude who spends every single game where he is providing commentary, saying absolutely nothing and filleting Patrick Mahomes. Oh my God. It does not matter who he's calling the game for. He's like, yeah, but I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes,
the best player in the league.
And I'm going to find a fucking reason, regardless of how irrelevant this is and how deserving the teams in front of me are, to actually be talked about for the game they're currently playing, for which I'm being paid to discuss. Chris Collinsworth, you are the worst. Go away.
Okay.
Now, is this like the same reason that Denver fans hate Phil Simms? Because it's just like it's just annoying because he loves the Chiefs. I don't hate Collinsworth that much.
Collinsworth used to hate the Chiefs. Brandon McCoy and I would sit there and bitch that he hated Alex Smith, and then he just completely did a 1A when Mahomes got there.
The only thing I hate about Collinsworth is just like he just seems like he's just like such a cool dude, and every time that he sees something, it's like the first thing he goes, "Oh."
What?
Never seen that. Oh.
See, I was not a
He's
fan of
just
him
like-
even before the
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes thing, just because he's the sort of dude that is just talking.
Yeah.
Like he's
Just
never
constant.
just letting the game go. He's just saying words until he eventually arrives somewhere. And so
He
it's
always
just like
has his dudes. Yeah.
it's just constant and it's annoying.
That was a great block, but it wasn't as good as Flozell Adams. You know, that was, it's like old John Madden with Brett Favre. He's got an arm like Brett Favre. That's Chris Collinsworth. You know, that was a great play by Josh Allen, but it isn't a Mahomes. It isn't a Mahomes throw. And it's just, oh my God.
Jeez, Joey's angry, guys. Joey's
get it.
angry.
All
right.
right. I love it. I love Fired Up Joe. It's
I will. I don't know if I can beat either of those. I just genuinely hate Jim Rome.
Oh no!
I completely missed the
Yeah,
boat.
with you.
I think he's an OG. Like he's been. I think I just missed the boat just being younger. But every time he's just an asshole. He's not funny.
Oh, you're wrong.
He's sarcastic. It's just I got nothing from him. He gives me no joy in this world. He's just a waste of
was
space.
raised-
You deserve no joy.
Yeah,
A big cat
okay.
raised me on Jim Rome.
That's unfortunate. That
love
checks
Jim
out.
Just an asshole.
Yeah, he
Love
just
Jim Rome.
sucks. He sucks.
It feels
Dude,
like he's
when-
in his own little bubble too. Like no one talks about Jim Rome. No one gives a shit about. He just does his own
He's
thing.
complete
Who was
trash.
it?
He's been on ESPN like 3 different times. And it's been canceled because he's a badass and makes awesome takes.
Who was it that like flipped his table and chucked him off? of-
Jim Everett, because he kept on calling him Chris, because Chris was the tennis player.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So no respect for athletes. He's just not.
He's just an asshole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like
You
the Howard
bring a
Stern
guy-
of sports
you bring
radio.
A guy onto your show just to go and piss him off. Like I know I do that to McCoy, but like that's because we're married together.
Guys, part of this show is rooted in Jim Rome culture. We want spicy takes. Like his smack off is one of the best shit ever. Just people calling in and talking shit about everybody else. I listen to it every year. I love Jim Rome.
Every year. So you're not a daily listener of Jim Rome.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm not daily. I mean, it's probably it's frequent, but you know,
No, it's okay. What?
I don't have.
Okay.
I don't
It's
have. I got a
frequent.
dumb car.
I listened to it
All right.
several of times, guys.
I have a dumb car that is still has a key. All right. It does not have any fancy satellite radio or cool dash or
going
any of
right
that shit. So when I turn on the car, I listen to what radio I can get. Jim Rome is not on local radio. So when I can listen to him, I listen to him at work on like on the radio, and it's occasional on computer. It's occasional times, whatever. But I listen every year on the Smack Off, and it's
Congrats,
excellent.
Jim Rome. You have a single listener once a year. Oh, nice. Joey, round number
Millions.
2.
Big Cat's gonna be so mad.
Oh, he's terrible.
Okay. Now, my second pick, old man who needs to shut up and go away. He needs to understand that sports has changed. Okay. And Babe Ruth is not the greatest baseball player he's ever. He didn't play against black people. All right. And so you cannot be
Breaking
the greatest, you cannot be the greatest baseball player ever lived. Bob Cousy was not a top 5 NBA player of all time. And if you know by this point who I'm talking about, it's Mad Dog Chris Russo.
Yeah, I was going that way too, yeah.
hate Mad Dog Chris Russo, especially when he's on with
He
our
deserves it.
Roman Coliseum, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, it's just
All it is. So when I for years, I would when he was on First Take, I'd watch Get Up in the morning. Then I'd go to work, and my wife would wake up after me because school teachers get up at ungodly hours, and she'd go after me, turn the TV on, and all she hears is and it's just Chris Russo and Stephen A. going back and forth, just screaming. It is not a competition of whose voice is louder, and it's not a competition of who's been around for longer that knows more about sports. Mad Dog Chris Russo was probably good in the 80s, but he has not changed his stances since. His top 5 NBA center list: Kareem, Wilt, Duncan, Hakeem, Moses Malone, then Shaquille O'Neal. Sixth. All right, 6th. Like, what the hell
dated.
is wrong with you?
Little dated.
All right,
Little dated.
He had Bob Cousy at number 2, point guard of all time behind Magic Johnson. It's like, okay, you understand the 60s. I could have played in the NBA. I know that if I took
We'll
a
give you
time machine
badminton, but
right
not
now,
the NBA.
right now, if I took a time machine right now with my box out skills, all right, and the fact that I shoot a 70% from the free throw line, I would be an NBA player. All right,
15 years ago, you shot 70%.
There was no flopping back then, though. How you get into the?
Oh no,
they can shiv
why
you.
You know what? You know
that's
what?
why I'd be good. So I'm throwing both.
Chris, let's
All right?
vote on this.
Yeah.
Throw it on the book. That's a terrible take.
No way.
Yeah.
I would play in the NBA.
2 out of 3. Vote for it, Chris.
Yeah. Put it in the book.
That's
a book.
Joey, you opened that book. That is that's a squeezy take right there.
No, 38 Joey. No, 23 Joey.
You said if today a time machine came in and took you back
right
to
now.
the 60s. Yeah.
I still say it. I
No,
would
you write
dominate.
that in the book. That is
I
a
would
squeezy
dominate
nomination.
in a low post.
Oh
all right?
my gosh.
Now, he said
Write it
that-
down right now before you forget. You were going to
Write
forget.
it down.
No, he's got the squeezy book. Joe, you write that
I'm
down.
also
It's
keeping
down.
notes.
You are okay.
We're gonna compare and contrast because
Who made
I don't
what?
trust that Joey writes down all of the Joey ones. that
That's
we
a
tell him to.
squeezy take if I have ever heard one. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I would punch George Mike in the dick, and then I'd get that rebound. But it's bullshit. Mad Dog Chris Russo needs to go away, and the fact that he's still relevant, pulling these stats from the 70s and 80s. Sports have changed. This bullshit. It's bullshit.
Joey's angry. Chris,
hate him.
you got to keep following up to Angry Joe. What do you got?
Oh, I love it, fellas. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Fuck Chris Collinsworth.
So wait, hold on. So
Brittany Mahomes
pick one
had to
and
go out
two.
and get a boob job just to maintain Patrick Mahomes's attention because she knows for 17 weeks out of the year he is getting unlimited blowjobs from Chris Collinsworth.
Wow,
all
okay.
day, every day, and she's got to give him something to come home to
wow. Oh, God.
just to try and keep up.
Jeez. Oh my.
Brittany and her Ozempic.
Why did Brittany just get thrown under the bus? She's had 3
Brittany.
children.
She's trying her best, okay?
Oh God.
What is she going to do when Chris Collinsworth is slobbing that knob 24 hours a day for the entire NFL season? She's got to do what she can, boys.
So you're giving her props for I don't know where that.
I gotta say, this is Sports Illustrated. I gotta
respect
get
the
in.
hustle. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. You're doing what you got to do to give yourself an edge against stiff
God.
competition.
I don't even know how to finish. Should I even make my pick? Because I don't know how you.
You can pile on Chris Collinsworth.
Oh
if you
my
like.
And then
gosh.
Collinsworth and plastic surgery. Yeah.
Holy cow.
And knob slobs.
Knob slob. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was gonna take Will Compton because he's just a fucking douche, but
Oh, Will
Like-
Compton.
because he's the
right,
guy
okay.
that he just keeps trying to call every downfall of the Chiefs every single. He just cries wolf, or you're just it's annoying and it's like you're just
Now,
unintelligent at this point.
Remind people, where did Will Compton go to college?
Who gives a shit? He's on a
I know.
podcast.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Chris, where did Will Compton go to school?
He is a proud Nebraska Cornhusker.
Oh, just a douchebag. I mean, I think he's just trying for clickbait engagement stuff, but it's like, oh, this is the week the Chiefs are led last. Oh, this is the week. Every single game. It's just annoying.
It depends on how you look at it.
I'm
with
just
this.
surprised you're
Busting
paying
with the boys
attention.
is
Like,
funny.
who gives a shit?
I'm not. It somehow shows up in my world. Like, this guy needs to shut up.
Because
He's
Busting
never
with the
right.
Boys is a big podcast. It was him and Taylor Lewan. They're
Not as
funny.
big as this podcast show.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. We don't have a bus. He's a name. He has a former NFL. Just always trying to piss off Chiefs fans. It's stupid.
See, I really
Seems like he's
Will
doing it
Compton.
pretty well.
Yeah,
I
would
am
say so.
completely
Well.
against both of your picks.
Throw the
I listen
bones.
to Jim
Rome
Rome and
once
Will
a year.
Compton. Yeah.
And Will Compton every other year.
Remember, Juice Junkies, you can listen to the show on all major podcast networks and YouTube. Please follow and rate the show and leave us a review through Apple. We encourage you to follow the YouTube and Spotify channels. Push that subscribe button and tell a friend.
Yes.
Be a friend.
Okay.
Tell all your friends about the podcast. Join our Juice Junkie community. We'd love to have you. Cody, Metallica's in 3 weeks. Back to you.
Do you think they'll play Inner Sandman? Do you think they'll play
Maybe
Enter
not my
Sandman.
night. Maybe not my night. You know, they're playing
Just
3 nights.
the
I'm there
hits,
one
bros.
night. I'm there one night. I'm there one night. So if they do, I will record it. But
Oh my gosh. Guys, US Open, like we talked about for golf, is upon us. Give me stat of the day. Forgot to introduce the segment. Stat of the day, please. Give me the highest single round a player had in the history of the US Open and still ended up winning the whole thing. The worst round.
Oh.
It started in 1895.
okay.
So this could be
US
first,
Open.
second, or third, not the final round. Just out of they ended up winning with one of these rounds was the worst of all time.
So Rory did his practice round, and they said it was an 81, and he said that normal golfers shoot around 90, which on a good day, that's all of us. You know, on a good day,
Have you ever shot 90?
not 80, broke 90. I've been into the 80s a couple times.
Okay.
So
I've known you a long time, and I don't know about that.
I did it with you, you asshole. So when so if you break if you're in your 90s, he said that this course you'll shoot 150. He said legitimately shoot 150 on Oakmont.
I can do
and
that
that is
anyway.
what the US Open is always about, being so freaking hard. So I'm gonna say
Single round score.
I'm gonna say 84.
84. Okay.
God dang, I was going to go 85. Now, to hell with it. Let's go 90.
Chris,
Oh no way!
shit.
a 91.
Oh,
Let's go.
90. Here's the kicker. It was the first year of the US Open in 1895 on a 9-hole course, boys.
Oh, wow. Holy
I
shit.
could do that. I could do that. Yeah.
I think I could do that.
I know I
think
could do that.
Shoot a 90 on the front 9 at the Open?
I know
Oh,
I could do
boys.
that.
It was the guy's first round. It was a 9-hole course, and it just shows how far along golf. Oh, we got to give the guy a shout out. What was his name? Hornus Rollins. He won the inaugural
Hornets.
US
Hornets.
at the
for you.
Newport
Yeah,
Golf
horny
Club.
for Hornets.
36 hole, total of 173, including a 91 first round. Woo!
Well, he must have picked
Legendary.
it up. He must have picked it up. You know,
Legendary.
yeah.
Or the rest of the boys didn't come to
He's a
play. I don't
closer.
know.
He's a closer.
He's a closer. That's
Yeah, because that would have been a 340, whatever. Like if he continued that pace, yeah.
He had to
that's
play a
not-
little better.
360, yeah, that's
Picked
not
it up
bad.
a little bit.
The pick. I think so. You know who didn't pick it up?
The Juice Boys?
You
No,
at the end of this show.
That's the end of the show.
Yeah, you got to pick that shit up.
I gotta
Pick
pick
it
it
up.
up. I gotta find it. I gotta find the ending, guys.
You are
Guys,
you are the host.
poop in a group.
You know,
Get your poop in a group.
Yeah,
Joe, have you ever heard the word poop in a group before recently?
yeah, dude.
If you say you're gonna coin this,
He originated
are you about to take
I'm
credit?
not gonna coin it. I taught middle school for 13 years. Of course, you know poop in a group. Come on, dude.
Okay. I'm
Well, I'm not coining that. I don't want to take.
you were close. Me and Chris
Oh,
saw
I'm not
your
gonna
brain
take
saying,
that.
"Oh, I made it up." Guys, that's our show, episode 90 of the books. 10 more to 100. Holy shit! Back to weekly for the summer. We are. You guys, due to low demand, like we
Spread
said,
the word.
we're back.
Yes,
Please listen,
please.
get updated, engage with us. We're gonna clock back in. We're so excited to do it. Love, love, love.
Ghana.
Later, losers.
Ghana, where you at?
In Ghana.
See you in the stands, loser. Suck it. Sorry,
it.
guys. Sorry, Juice Junkies. I really appreciate you. Thanks for
I
listening.
love you.